Here we go. We've got CHARMI. We've got Les. Pre-bans are already out. The Wounds are getting pre-banned by Les. And we have Molly getting pre-banned by CHARMI. First pick is going to be that.
Oh, that is a Chiwu and a Dark Monkey. Off the bat, I was expecting some sort of a CR, but instead we see aggression from Les here. Clearly wants to take some form of a turn one, but then wants to have some sort of immunity in the back pocket here. Verdehile does do very well against CHARMI's entire lineup there. But this is a form of aggression I haven't really seen before. This mix of units is very interesting.
Most definitely. CR Okeanos for CHARMI looking to wrap up his draft here after seeing that Verdehile in Masha.
Wow, and we see a Rakan Miho. We go to the different side of the globe and it's totally different units here. Was not expecting a Rakan. Rakan actually very good with against these units of Les here with the ability to give itself immunity and then strip and provoke on skill 3 and do a massive amount of damage. I am not sure about this Miho pick. Miho doesn't really do very much over time. It can be taken out by these units, but again, I mean, it can present a lot of RNG with stuns. So overall, this is kind of a very weird looking draft here. A lot of threat from Les, no healing here, but no healing on the side of CHARMI either. So it's going to come down to who's going to be able to take a unit out first. I think it's going to decide a lot in this game.
Most definitely is. Speed leads for both teams. We're getting into it real fast now. CHARMI and Les in their first round with a best of 3. She was going to be taking first turn for Les, looking for a full team strip, not receiving that strip. On top of that, Ciara. Miho obviously going to be revenging here. No stuns going out on top of that Chiwu.
Yeah, and you see here right now, CHARMI's team has 2 units off will. There's going to be a lot of damage coming into these units. Masha does do a lot of damage, so I think Les is going to get the first killing blow here and probably take out this Rakan.
There's that third skill from that Dark Monkey, gaining 2 stuns on top of Rakan and Okeanos. Defense breaks on everybody. Looking to drop this Okeanos with Masha. Masha's not able to do it just yet. Sanctuary's coming up, boosting up forward, gets the additional turn as well. Maybe just the first skill to be dropping this Okeanos.
Interesting choice to go after the Okeanos, knowing that you do have immunities coming up from Verdehile. So Okeanos will be going down here, but if that Rakan is able to proc, that would be huge for CHARMI.
Yep, Okeanos gets taken out by the Masha. That Verdehile chose to go for a second skill, landing that dot on top of the Miho.
Yeah, that dot on the Miho is huge, but luckily for CHARMI, that Miho is able to heal, so there's big heal there and able to stay alive.
CR looking to focus out that Dark Monkey King first here. Chiwu going for a second skill on top of the Miho, not finishing it off just yet. We've got a second skill primed and ready for a defense break on top of that Rakan. Miho continue to do a little bit of damage to that Chiwu. Masha looking to drop the Rakan, does not do it just yet. You can see the Wusa barely holding on. Chiwu barely holding on right now.
Yeah, and CHARMI's actually looking to take out this Chiwu here because that is a unit that's typically not on high crit, so that's his path to victory. He's definitely looking to Miho, his opponent here, and that's his path to victory. So Les is going to need to find a way to not crit if he wants to be able to take out Miho and win this game.
Yep, CR with a bomb primed and ready, puts it right on top. Masha gets the stun, eliminating the Chiwu from the field. Verdehile finishing off that CR, and we know exactly what needs to happen here. We need to miss a crit on top of this Miho.
Very tough here. It's going to depend on what build that Verdehile is. If that Verdehile is on a crit rate CD type build, he might not be able to take out this Miho here. I mean, this Miho is hanging on by the skin of his teeth, but I think we're going to see a Miho take this game down.
I think we are going to see a Miho take this game down. Miho finishes off that Masha there, and we can see more damage coming towards this Miho's way. Massive damage coming from this Miho as well. Here comes a big skill 1. Still standing tall. He needs to land this dot with the punishment. Doesn't even land the dot there. And there you have it. The Miho able to hold on. CHARMI's taking round 1 away from Les. Okay, we're going to find out going into round 2 with Les and CHARMI. Pre-bans are out, and it's going to be the Neftness and the Dark Monkey King.
Right, so CHARMI is going to be left being able to take that Yunhong. What's interesting is I don't see that pattern being pre-banned from CHARMI here. Very content to let Les have that in his back pocket. And Les can also have a Molly in this game to complement with that. So I'm not sure if this is going to go in the favor of CHARMI off the bat. He does take a Chiwu and a Hathor, which is pretty weak against pattern. So Les is going to be able to build around this, slide in the pattern, and then have a team that's also very good against what CHARMI's already presenting. And that would be a good way to outdraft his opponent.
Ooh, Les hovering over a Molly right now. Did they choose to lock that unit in or not? We're going to find out. Has one more pick here. Goes with the Vigor instead.
Goes with Vigor Molly. Vigor Molly is a very good long-term play. And we see a Cadiz and a Rakan coming out from CHARMI. That's a very interesting. I haven't seen a Cadiz in SWC before either. So we're seeing a lot of new units and still believes in that Rakan. Of course, Rakan's a lot better now that Les isn't guaranteed first turn and guaranteed to pop this Rakan like he was in the previous game. So it is a much better pick here. But again, that Molly is going to present challenges for this Rakan.
Oh, Les drafting triple Oracle here, wrapping up his draft with a Juno and a Praha. CHARMI bringing in that brand new Cadiz Rakan and wrapping up his draft with that Verdehile.
I think we're going to see a Hathor ban here because Hathor kind of sleeps Les' entire team. Les doesn't really have immunity. So I think Hathor is likely going to be the ban here. And Les does have a lot of strips to deal with Rakan, so I don't see Rakan being really much of a threat in this game. Instead, we see a Praha ban, which is interesting here. And of course, we do see that Hathor ban.
Yep, well, Pra's going to be banned out. Speed leads for both teams. So he's going to be taking first turn as we get into round 2 with CHARMI and Les. Jiwoo going for a strip here. Going to land on top of the CR and the Vigor and gets it with the attack bar pushback as well. Cadiz possibly looking to put a branding effect on top of this CR. Can he get it here? And he does with the attack break as well.
Does get that branding effect, but it's going to come down to how many crits that Verd can get. Can he crit through Molly passive and Vigor anti-crit here? CHARMI's going to need to do a lot of damage. Does not have a defense break to do so right now. So that's going to be his avenue of attack. Les has super tanky units, so it's going to be a little difficult to get through this.
Yep, there's the collapse, landing that provoke on top of CR. We're going to see possible second skill coming out of this Vigor. There you have it. We're going to see possible despair stuns. Going for the AoE despair stun, landing on top of Verdehile and a Cadiz.
And just like that, Rakan's not going to do a lot of damage, but that Cadiz does proc there, so that is some damage going on to Sierra. But again, that Molly's just healing everything up.
Yep, definitely a little bit of damage for sure. Provoke still remains on top of that Ciara as well. Vega looking for the defense break, lands that defense break on the Cadiz, looking to take advantage of that defense break as well, not finishing off that unit just yet.
Yeah, that Cadiz not doing anything at all this game here. I mean, basically just came out here and died, did not even present a defense break here. So CHARMI's now down 3 units to 4 here and needs to proc a lot on this Verd, but doesn't have enough burst without a defense break to be able to take this one home.
That's right, cycling a little bit of attack bar with that Juno, cycling a little bit of attack bar with that Ciara as well. Unit of focus for CHARMI is trying to get rid of the Ciara ASAP, and we're going to go for a big AoE strip with this Jiwoo. Jiwoo gets that full strip, little bit of attack bar pushback as well.
Yeah, but again, this Molly is presenting a lot of heal here. This Juno does do a lot of damage too, a lot of cycling from that Vigor, so I still like less position here. That Ciara is so tanky, taking so much damage from that Rakan, but still hanging there.
There's the defense break coming out of Vigor, capitalizing with a violent proc, finishing off that Jiwoo there. But it looks like this Verdehile almost finishing off that Ciara there.
Yeah, but right now we see 2 units before. That is a violent Rakan. It's not going to be able to come back and give CHARMI the win here. So at this point, I think CHARMI's going to need to think about how he should adjust for Game 3.
Yep, that is correct. It's just not enough damage for CHARMI to get through this Molly and Vigor. Juno is going to be there to finish off that Rakan. CHARMI already thinking about his next match.
CHARMI definitely thinking about his next match. That Verdehile's down.
And there you have it. Les is going to be taking round 2 away from CHARMI. We got a 1-1. Here we go, guys. Going into round 3. Pre-bans coming out. The Wounds are getting pre-banned by Les, and the Molly's getting pre-banned by CHARMI. Both these players have great LD Nat 5s. We have yet to see them, and we're going into a round 3.
Yeah, we're definitely going into a round 3, but I think Les is going to be more aware of that Miho here. It's going to be a lot harder to cheese this game from Les. I think CHARMI's going to probably need to draft a little bit more standard if he wants a chance to win. So right now, that's exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing more standard draft. Not sure about the Fran pick if he lays that down. I like Okeanos a lot more because it takes it away from Les. Les instantly takes Vigor and the Velajul here. Lots of damage, heals, and everything. And again, laying down the Cadiz. I'm not sure what the Cadiz will do. The Verd is a decent pick, but into a Vigor, it's already pretty weak here. So Les is actually exploiting the fact that CHARMI doesn't have immunity and lays down the Rico, which is generally a forced ban here. So if Les is able to get his team off, That's a lot of everything he's bringing to the table, and I don't think CHARMI's team is well-rounded enough to be able to handle this.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That Rika was a very good pick, knowing that CHARMI doesn't have any way to defend that Rika. It has to be the ban here. If he doesn't ban it out, he might be in a little bit of trouble here. Does ban out that Rika. Hathor is going to be the ban on the side of CHARMI. And here we go, guys. We're getting into a round 3. Leader skill is getting chosen right now. Speed leads for both teams. All right, here we go, guys. We're getting into round 3 with CHARMI and Lust. We got the strip coming from Chiwu. Gonna land on everybody, or someone going to resist here.
Yeah, and looking at CHARMI's team here, I don't see a way that he has enough damage to win the game here. I mean, that Vigor is going to give anti-crit, and that Veligil is going to give immunity. There's going to be a lot of damage being pumped into this Vanessa, and then Les is going to be able to switch off to different units. So I really like Les' position in this match here.
Yep, definitely buffing up here, getting that additional turn with the Veligil as well. Massive punishment coming onto the Vanessa. CR not able to land a bomb on top of that Vanessa, though.
Not able to land a bomb. That's a huge miss, because that would have been the end of Vanessa. Instead, is only able to take that Vanessa down to 1/3, and now we have no anti-crit on Sierra, and that's a lot of turns that CHARMI's going to be able to take over time.
I believe that was a resist on the reset coming from that Okeano. CR still has skills up.
Definitely, we saw that resistance there, but at the same time, this Verd is moving in front of Sierra. That's going to boost up the Vanessa, and that's going to be a lot of damage that Sierra is going to be taking.
Yep, most definitely. We're going to see a third skill coming out, getting that 3-turn defense break on top of Vanessa. Verdehile is able to get the additional turn. He would take advantage of this defense break sitting on top of the Ciara. Does he choose to go with the first skill or a third skill to drop that Ciara here? We're going to find out. He chose to go for a little bit of poke damage on top of that Veligil. Cadiz looking to deal the damage, though, to finish off that Ciara, and does not do it. But Vanessa's going to be finishing job there.
Yeah, and actually, Verdehile is going to be able to constantly attack this Chiwu and give CHARMI lots of turns over time. So as long as Les doesn't proc a lot, CHARMI's actually in a decent spot, is going to be able to pummel in a lot more damage over time.
Yeah, we see the unit focuses at Okeanos for Les, trying to get rid of that unit right now. But we've got Okeanos looking to deal a little bit of damage himself. Looking for some poke damage, take advantage of that branding effect on top of the Veligil. But massive 2-turn sleep coming from Chiwu on top of Oki.
That is a game-winning sleep there. That Okeanos did have skill 3 up, and if anything, CHARMI was waiting for that to be up. That is a big proc from that Cadiz as well. Does take out that Veligil.
Big proc indeed. The sustain is on the side of Les. Is it going to be enough, or can CHARMI get the edge on him? We're going to find out as we proceed through this match here.
CHARMI's still in a great spot here. Does get that defense break on his unit on the last hit, but that's a huge proc by Vigor.
As a very big proc by Vigor, trying to take advantage of that defense break as much as possible. But if that Verdehile is going to help it cycle out of it by pushing up these attack bars, getting the additional turn as well. More damage coming into Chiru's direction. Not looking good for Les right now. Okeanos looking for the Rain of Stones to lock everybody down here. There you have it. CHARMI takes down last year's SWC champion.